Hey y'all, you are now tuning in to the Praying Single Mom podcast, where we love the Lord, we love to pray, and we even love a good slay child, okay? But we also love to get real, raw, uncut, and candid. No topic is off limits here, as we are not after religion, but we're after relationship with Christ. We are not after perfection, but we're after connection. So we'll touch on all topics, from why you need to get out of that relationship that is no longer serving you, to rejection, abandonment, grief, neglect, you name it. From how to be a better parent to how to better that spending habit, honey, because we know how we can get, okay? We let God use us like never before. I hope you know that you're safe here. You can cry here. You can laugh here. Whatever floats your boat and keeps you afloat, okay? I'm your host, Lekeshia Cody. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Praying Single Mom podcast. I hope you guys are doing well. I want to talk to you guys on this episode about focusing on yourself, focusing on you, and especially after a breakup. We all know that the end of a relationship is never easy, right? Living without your relationship, especially if it was a long one, can take a lot of getting used to. And honestly, to be 100% with you, even situationships or entanglements, even if you've known this person only for a few weeks or months, sometimes that can be difficult because you've developed a routine of talking to this person, texting this person, seeing the good mornings, the good nights, and just speaking to this person throughout the day. And so getting used to not talking to this person for whatever reason, it can be difficult. But I just want to talk to y'all about some ways that you can focus on you and kind of get back to you, right? The relationship probably took up most of your time, if we can be honest. When we are talking to someone, most of the time we are consumed with that person. Even as moms, we'll deal with the kids, we'll deal with the house, and who's next on the list is your person, if we can be honest. Sometimes we're not even a priority. So I want to talk to you guys about making yourself a priority again, right? So if that relationship took up most of your time, you're probably feeling real lonely. You're probably looking at your phone like, is this person going to text me? Why haven't I got the text message or the call from this person? If you're used to having them around, that familiar routine that you had together, it can cause you to feel like you're brokenhearted or lost, right? And so bending your broken heart and learning to love your life without that person, it takes time, right? And that's okay. A lot of times the first thing that we try to do is move on to someone else so we don't have to feel the pain. And what you got to realize is that you're using that other person as a placeholder, or you're using them as some type of to fill a void that only God can fill. So you don't want to do that, right? I will say you can fill up your schedule with things that you want to do, because most of the time, if you were in that relationship and it consumed all of who you are, you probably wasn't even doing the things that you wanted to do, really. And not that that person held you back for whatever reason, it's just that so much of your time and energy and thoughts went to that relationship. So now you want to just fill your schedule up doing things that you enjoy doing the most, whether it be learning makeup, whether it be, going back to school, journaling, writing, working on that business, whatever it is, anything that you let go, go ahead and start doing that now in your newly found single life, right? A lot of times we make being single seem so boring and so painful, all of those different type of things, but there's a lot that can happen in your season of singleness, in your season of waiting for your mate, right? A lot of things. You can have fun, and having fun in your single life doesn't necessarily only mean like dating people or dating around, right? Like I said, you don't want to try to look for a new relationship right away. Everybody goes through a grieving period after a breakup, and we all need that time to get over someone. The worst thing that you can do is bring someone new into a situation when your heart is broken, or you still not over the person that you just got out of a relationship with, because you just using this person to make you feel better. And it's not going to magically happen overnight. What will happen is that person that you're using will end up falling for you, and then you're going to end up crushing them. And so it's just going to be a repeated cycle. So you definitely don't want to do that. You want to give yourself time to get over the relationship, instead of trying to distract yourself or complicating things with someone else new, right? There's no need, and it's not fair, like I said, to add someone else to the equation when you're still not over your ex. So you definitely don't want to do that. We probably did that when we were younger, but at this big grown age, we got to make better decisions, y'all, right? You want to keep a positive attitude and just focus on loving yourself. You need to say this with me. I am focusing on me in this season. Focus on you. And if you're in a happy relationship, then this episode does not apply to you. But I'm speaking to those who are having a hard time focusing on themselves after getting out of a toxic situation. Right? So you definitely want to even be kind to yourself in this moment. A lot of times when we get out of a toxic situation, we start beating ourselves up. We look in the mirror and we're like, oh, you don't look good. That's probably why they didn't want me. I'm fat, or I'm too skinny, or I'm too thin, or I'm not like such and such. And so you definitely want to be kind to yourself, right? Another thing I will say is delete them old pictures. Like, avoid looking at the pictures of y'all or whatever you have in your phone that reminds you, when you see pictures of y'all at a happy time together, it'll make you miss them even more. And so you'll just be thinking about the good times and be tempted to contact them. Like I said, so when you're tempted to look at those pictures, kind of fight the urge, or go ahead and delete them. Delete them out of your phone. Some people don't want to delete pictures because they're like memories that they want to cherish. It's definitely up to you. But if it's someone that I was in a relationship with, and I know that you're not my husband or the husband that God has for me, there's no need in me holding on to memories. I have deleted pictures with my children's dad, right? Because at this point, if it's not me, him, and the kids, what am I holding on to it for, right? So another thing that will help you focus on yourself in this moment is to avoid checking their social media. I talk about this all the time. Don't be that person that stalks your ex's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, trying to find out what they're up to. It'll only end up hurting you more. A lot of times they'll be on social media acting like everything okay, when deep down they're probably hurting too. So it can be addicting for you to do that, but you'll find yourself like wanting to do it and check up on them, but don't do it, because you'll end up finding things that you don't want to see. They may have moved on quickly, and that's really gonna upset you. All of these different type of things. So I just don't recommend following them. And if you are too tempted to check their social media, unfollow them. You don't have to block them, but just make sure they're off of your feed, right? Another way that can help you, and I talk about this on an episode called the no contact phase. Go through a period of no contact. After a breakup, it's best that y'all go y'all separate ways for a while. Like, it's hard for you to heal your heart when you are still in contact with this person. Y'all really not rocking with each other like that. Y'all really don't like each other. It's only gonna hurt more when y'all begin to fade away, or they begin to ghost you, or you even begin to ghost them. Just let them know in this moment, I feel like it's best that we just go our separate ways for a little bit. With this no contact period, you really shouldn't be reaching out to them for at least a month or so, at least 4 to 8 weeks. If you're wanting to move on and heal from the relationship, it's best that you go without talking to them for a little bit, so you can get used to living without them. Because I just feel like if you're constantly in contact with them, it's just like you're picking at a wound, and you really need to leave that wound alone so that it can heal for a little bit. And so try the no contact period and see how that works for you. Another way to focus on yourself during this time is to get back to your old hobbies, or even find new hobbies. Whatever it is, learn something new, read some books, listen to some podcast episodes, do something that you haven't done. Go out, go dancing, go bowling, go to a paint class or something like that. Learn something new, right? Learn something new and create a new routine. Like I said, you're probably used to being in this relationship or having a routine, but just go ahead and throw that routine out the window and create a new routine, a healthy routine that improves your life, right? So change your diet, eat better, start working out, go to the gym, whatever it is that you need to do, commit to you. Whatever it is, create a new routine that's gonna better you. Start budgeting. You probably can save some money now that you ain't going on on all these dates and all of this, or whatever it is that you were doing. But create a better routine, right? When you're just sitting around every day, you'll start feeling unproductive, and those thoughts of missing your ex will start creeping in. So you want to make sure you get up and be active instead of sitting on your butt all day, right? Lastly, I would say learn to love your solitude, right? Now that you're in this space of on your singleness and you're waiting, learn to enjoy your own company. Like, go out for a cup of coffee on your own, go to the movies, even plan some type of trip by yourself, whether you get a hotel room. Think of it as dating yourself. But it's important to love who you are and get to know who you are, so that you can be confident again. Take some time, look in the mirror, see what you love about yourself. Think about what you want out of life, your goals, all of these different type of things. And then so that you can be feeling connected to yourself again, whatever it is. But learn to love your own solitude and just take some time to kind of focus on you, right? Take some time to focus on you. I'm not saying go into a season of isolation. You can make times for your friends again or whatever, because a lot of times when we're in a relationship, we really don't make time for our friends. So make times for your friends, do a girls' night or something like that. But again, don't rush back into dating. Right? Until you feel absolutely ready to put yourself out there again, then it's okay for you to start dating other people. But do it when you feel connected with yourself again. Do it when you feel in your heart that it's time for you to officially move on with your journey to finding love. And yeah, when you know that you are over this person, that you are healed in your heart, then go ahead and try to move on or whatever like that. But learn how to focus on you. Start taking care of you. Go look better. Get your hair done. Get your nails done. Get your toes done. All of those different type of things. Go get a wax. Whatever it is that you need to do. But focus on you, sis. All right. I hope this episode blessed y'all. Y'all be blessed.